Hi, fellow humans. Welcome to Black Alchemy. Have you ever had your whole life flipped upside down in a single moment? I'm a musician. I spent the last decade of my life chasing the music dream in Manchester, UK, up until I was diagnosed with a pituitary gland tumor. I had to take a hard look at my life and rethink everything from the ground up. Realistically, the only way to afford the medication I need to heal was to pack my life in UK and move back to Croatia, a country I once fled to find more opportunity abroad. So yeah, join me as I document my journey towards success whilst making the best out of the situation I found myself in. Who is this guy? Carlo is my name. I come from a musical family. My dad is a musician, inspired by him really. When I was 6, I started playing guitar. I did both primary and secondary music school here in Croatia, after which in 2016 I moved to England to study at the Royal Northern College of Music. Ooh, fancy. Up to that point, I did classical music my whole life. I went on competitions, both local and international, I won some prizes. By the end of it, I did get to a decent level. I was even writing my own music, but once I finished university, I kinda realized that classical music is no longer my thing. I always liked the music side of things, especially Bach. I still play it today, but then I could never really fit into the classical world. For the past 5 years, I've been actively involved with the more popular side of things. I write, I arrange, and lately I started producing. Wow. Studying at the RNCM had some good sides, but equally it was hard. Not because the university itself was demanding, but because I had to work my way through it by getting whatever job I could. After graduating in 2020, I did a year at the Manchester Metropolitan University where I gained the status of a newly qualified teacher. In reality, I hated schools, so I went back to bartending. I spent a year working as a cocktail bartender. 50 hours a week, constantly drinking, constantly exhausted. After a year, I kind of realized this is not sustainable, so I went back to working in schools, but this time as a cover teacher. It was all fine for a while, and then in 2024, everything shifted. What happened? By August 2024, I was feeling quite terrible. In case you're wondering, no, I'm not dying. Due to the fact my limbs were swelling up, I could barely walk, so I went to the doctors. The whole process started with blood work, ultrasound of my belly, and a CT of my head. Results? My prolactin was 3 times higher than normal, my testosterone 3 times lower, and on top of that, they discovered I had a 3mm tumor on my pituitary gland. As a consequence, I gained 60 kilo over the course of 3 years. Oh, look at baby me go. 5 years ago, not knowing what's about to happen. At this point, I could run 45 minutes and lift almost my body weight at a time in weights. Last year in Manchester was brutal, both financially and physically. Because of my health, I couldn't work nearly as much as I used to, and the medication I was on was making me feel quite weak. That's when I knew something had to change. What did you do? I made a decision to go back to Croatia, mostly because I got put on this weight loss medication called Mounjaro. I guess it's kind of like Ozempic, but a bit better version of it. They work amazingly, however, they cost €350 a month. Croatian government does have some funding opportunities for new businesses. The catch, I cannot be employed whilst I'm filing in the paperwork, meaning that since June I've been waiting around for everything to come through. My business plan got rejected once, and the justification was that my degrees are not verified and they do not reflect realistically what my business plan was. Meanwhile, I'm a professional musician. I already have offers to work in my field, but given that I don't have an open business, I'm not able to take on any work, so I'm in a bit of a pickle. Oh man, sorry to hear, that sounds tough. How are you handling all this? Well, the hope is still not lost. I filed in the complaint because the rules state clearly that my degrees do not have to be verified in order for me to be able to open a business. Therefore, if my degrees are valid, then everything else I wrote has to be valid too because they match perfectly. Health-wise, I'm also doing good. Luckily, the tumor is benign, so I will recover fully, and all this medication I got put on is helping me a lot. So I guess it's all just a waiting game now. I can see progress, which is, thumbs up. So what's coming? I am creating a series of short videos called Sight Read, Sample, Shred. Basically, I'll be taking music from the past, everything from Chopin to Bach to anything really, sight reading through their material, analyzing it, taking motifs alike, and then creating entirely new pieces of music out of it. As I'm getting my studio set up, I will be doing reviews of the gear I got. I love DIY, meaning I'll be posting about guitar mods, pedals, amps. I will be making sample packs as well as some courses, so that's gonna be happening in the future. And life updates, really, as my health is increasingly getting better and better, I'll post about that occasionally. And that's it, that takes us up to now, the end of the story. If you got this far in my introduction video, first of all, thank you. I really appreciate your support. Second of all, if you do like me talking to the camera, kindly may I ask you to press all the buttons on your screen. You know the drill, a little support goes a long way. So yeah, that's it for today, but stay tuned, I'm persistent.